honest, the problems that we have on offense mainly, our defense is top. Like I said, our defense is top 5 in the league. We get Mike Hall back this week. I think he's only gonna play like a couple series or whatever. I don't think he's gonna play the whole game. That being said, our key contributors would be Corey Schlesinger,
Carson Schlesinger.
All right, well, Schlesinger.
You said Corey, my bad.
I don't know why. I feel like he looked like Corey to me or whatever. But what's his name?
Carson Schlesinger.
Carson Schlesinger.
49.
So, once again, Cody Schlesinger.
Carson.
Right? Carson. I don't know why my brain says Corey. Carson Schlesinger.
Oh, man.
Tyson Campbell, which has been a big improvement over
G New.
G Newsome. You requested? Well, Ian got to move his other little thing so you can come in.
Okay, hold on, wait a minute. And then gonna let 4 of us join?
I don't think so. Let me see.
Try that.
In?
Yeah. Oh yeah, we in.
Yo.
What do you do?
I'm gonna turn my mic off. I'm just listening to y'all.
All right, bet.
I mean, speak your piece too, because you got like something that you want to say. So yeah, I would recommend you doing that. We ain't about to just have you hanging out here like this. You gotta say something. I want to hear your voice. Your voice is important.
I mean, to be completely honest, man, I honestly feel like the Browns, as far as the offense goes, even though it hasn't been performing too well, it's been major improvements. I just think that they just lack having those skill set players to, make the defense, make adjustments or whether to prepare a game plan for it. I mean, unfortunately, I just feel like with the run game and the very short throws of Billy and Gabriel, they're just able to somewhat just sit on them. Like they don't have anybody to fear, in the sense of getting off the line. Like I think he also made a point earlier about, some of those short throws to Elijah Moore. I just think it's a situation where the Browns defense over the past couple of years just don't have a receiver to put any type of fear into their hearts other than Amari Cooper. As old as he was, as slow as he was elite route running. So his elite route running in combination with Joe Flacco when he came in just made it easier for, other receivers to produce. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You do have a quarterback that doesn't have a big arm. He's, undersized and, a bit of a lefty, which most lefties, they throw short. They play West Coast offense. So, just not having a big arm thrower at the QB position and not having speedy wide receivers or big wide receivers or, it just all kind of plays into the part why the passing game is what it is. But I will say this. I think that they're trending in the right direction. I thought this was a year from the very beginning. I didn't see a world where you trade the number 2 pick and you don't ensure getting back into the line. So I just think that they're really seeing what they got, and I think next year we're probably gonna put it all together.
I mean, do you think we sign another receiver? We go after another receiver?
I think without a question in my mind, the Browns are not going to draft a wide receiver. I don't see them being in no situation where they're going to go out there and draft someone. But as far as trades, free agency, absolutely, I have no doubt in my mind. When they finally make the decision to say by the end of the season that, hey, Dylan's going to be our guy, or Shador's going to be our guy, or hey, we're going back into the draft, into the lottery, or hey, we're going to trade for a veteran quarterback. I think at some point in time, without question, absolutely they're going to acquire a wide receiver. Maybe it may be a big name, it may be a few big name receivers, it may just be one big name and a couple veteran guys. But I just think that we've shown already by us adding people like, Thrash or, Jerry Jeudy. I mean, those guys are just not going to get it done by themselves without having someone of like a Jamar Chase or Justin Jefferson or Jackson and Bigba or, just another receiver that's going to command that defense respect.
Yep. And I feel like I think we brought, from what I read a couple of days ago, we tried to bring Brendan Rice in, which is Jerry Rice's son. But I don't think that's going to be the end all be all. But he is 6'3", and he could be a threat like downfield. But we have to trust in who we bring in, and hopefully we could get somebody going downfield, so we get some of these slot. We get a good slot receiver. I think it's Isaiah Bond could be a good slot receiver. If anything, I think he's going to develop into that in his year 2. This year, I don't think he's going to really do a lot or whatever, obviously, but if we bring a big, tall receiver in, I think it'll complement what Isaiah Bond is trying to do and what Judy is trying to do. I think we should trade. I don't know about trade Judy, but we should consider either if we go keep Judy for another year or 2, and if we go keep Judy, then we're gonna have to bring somebody that's gonna complement Judy, because Judy has his games where he fumbles or he'll catch something 10 or 15 yards down the field, and then a series or 2 later, then he kind of don't catch anything or something like that. So he's very inconsistent.
He got a contract already.
Just real quick, because for you decide to jump in, I just kind of want to add on to what you just said, Grimace, about Jerry Jeudy and him not being able to hold up. I look at Jerry Jeudy very similar to the analogy with Jerome Ford and him being the main back. Okay. I think at the end of the day, he does have number 1 potential, but I just also feel that's not his skill set though. He's I feel like he could be a number 1, but he's not a number 1. I think he's very serviceable at the 1 spot, but I still think you need somebody, man, that when they look over there, they shit, we gotta watch this guy. You know what I'm saying? We gotta give him some help over the top. We might have to bump him. Hey, we got to do something so that this guy don't, exploit us. And I look at it no different than the Steelers. I mean, look at the Steelers. They got DK Metcalf. Who they got sitting on the other side of him? It ain't nobody out there. It's just DK Metcalf.
No. You're wrong.
I look at the Browns in a similar situation. No matter who your quarterback is, once again, look at Justin Jefferson. Carson Wentz played. McCaffrey has played. Look at Jamar Chase. Brownie has played. Joe Flacco has played. It doesn't matter. When you have a wide receiver that can go out there and put some hearts into the fear of these defenders, that is going to make you a much better football team on offense.
Did you just see the game? The game that just happened with the Steelers and who else was just playing?
Oh, you talking about the overtime game? Or did they go to overtime?
Okay,
it was 32 to 30 or something.
The tight end though. The tight end is still.
Oh, you're talking about
no, the Thursday night with Bengals and Steelers. And to that point, right? So to that point,
old boy go downfield and the tight end. What's his name?
Furthermore. I think his name Furthermore.
Yeah.
Pat Fairmere or something.
Firemore.
Yeah, Firemore.
Okay. So hold on, wait. What y'all missing in all of that? If you look at the Bengals and Steelers game, I watched that with a vetted interest because I had parlays and I wanted to see the Steelers lose. But to hit Cuz's point about that elite receiver, you had Jamar Chase. It didn't matter if it was Jalen Ramsey or big play Slay. They got their ass cooked. And the Bengals line held up, but Jamar Chase was whooping their ass 1-on-1. Now, let's bring Jerry Jeudy as a T. Higgins. You go to T. Higgins hold on. I wanna spank their ass too. So it didn't matter if it was Darius Slay or Jalen Ramsey. They was getting toe tagged by T. Higgins too, because Flacco was finding them. That's the difference between Flacco and Jake Browning. So back to Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy is more like a T. Higgins to me. You do need that one man who's striking the fear in the hearts of the defense, no matter who they put on them. And then you can go to that Steelers and Bengals game on Thursday night. And like I was telling Bud, if that game turned into a shootout, Pittsburgh is not built for that. Number one, because their primary wide receiver is DK. I think Austin would be number two, but I think he was hurt.
Yeah, Calvin Austin. Yeah.
Right. So now the tight ends, the Bengals don't have nobody that's going to cover the tight ends. So with Aaron Rodgers doing all that running and moving, the tight ends is running free. And that's what ended up dooming Pittsburgh. You hit that big, 70-yarder to Pat Fire move. He scored. But now you get a ball back to Joe Flacco, T. Higgins, Jamar Chase. Don't let me butcher his name, Ashibas. And then your Steeler pass rush, aside from one play, one was invisible.
Look how they linebackers was.
Right. And Joe Flacco tearing their ass up. And it would be 4 TDs but T. Higgins had the presence of mind to slide. It would have been 4 TDs. So just that much more a better quarterback play and having that receiver that's whooping ass, making it better for everybody. And then y'all thinking y'all gonna lock up T. Higgins? No, because he whooping y'all ass too. And then I know Jerry Porter, the junior, he didn't want none of that smoke. So
I'm sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
I just want to give y'all another perspective of somebody who's not in Cleveland. So, for instance, when you have somebody like Joe Flacco at the helm to start the season for the Browns, and people see that game between the Steelers and the Bengals, and they say, "Hey, y'all had Joe Flacco. Hey, why he wasn't doing that with y'all?" And I have to remind people that there's levels to this shit. Jamar Chase, he's on another level. Jamar Chase is not a Jared Judy or a Cedric Tillman. So when you have a situation of a counterpart, even someone like T. Higgins ain't no fucking scrub. He's not no bum. Yeah, he's number 2 because who's on the other side of him. But we all know it's the reason why that man still getting $30 million a year. So when you got those type of skill set players, to some degree, it don't matter who the hell your quarterback is. You know what I mean? Just give him a damn ball.
It do, because Jake Browning was bad. Jake Browning was bad.
Even 2 games before that, Jamar Chase was going crazy with Browning. I mean, the team wasn't winning. He wasn't playing a winning style of football, but he still was getting crazy numbers with Jamar Chase. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's just a testament to Jamar Chase's talent and skill set more so than to the quarterback.
Oh, absolutely. You good, bro?
Man, I was acting up. I was trying to charge his phone real quick, and
yeah, but I like the direction they trending in. I mean, I've told everybody from the beginning, man, I haven't put on no Brown stuff all year long, bro. The last time I wore any Browns apparel was for the draft day. And the reason I haven't is because I already got the mindset that we're building. I know we rebuilding. I know it's going to be a process. I don't think we have the right coach for our rebuild. I think that it is shown the last couple years. I mean, Kevin Stefanski isn't making any progress on offense. I don't think it's an offensive coordinator issue. I think it's a head coach issue. I think it's a system issue. I think it's what they're trying to do on offense issue. I don't think that is working for the Browns. And to be honest, I'm ready for the next chapter of watching Dylan get these next few games and then potentially get into Shador, because I have a really strong feeling that I don't think the Browns are going to go with either one of these quarterbacks. I would not be surprised if the Browns fuck around and draft another quarterback next year. I really do.
Let me tell y'all this. I watched the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show religiously, and I would recommend that. Jason Lloyd has said this all last season, all off season, up until now still. The Cleveland Browns' objective this year is not to win. It's 2 objectives. Number 1, to draft a quarterback in 26, and 2, the dome. So everything up to this point has been spot on. Even if you look at that 4 quarterback battle, which it wasn't, because 2 of the quarterbacks that you gave reps to are no longer on the team. Now, their objective is to draft a quarterback in 26 and the dome. So, yeah, for you to say that.
Which I told everyone. Even the quarterback we have now, Deshaun Watson is out of there in March. People were so bragging about, we got 5 quarterbacks on the roster. I told everybody, hey, Joe Flacco, 43. Don't look for him to be there at the end of the season. Kenny Pickett, just look at him like a measuring tool for the rookie quarterbacks. He's not going to be there. Deshaun Watson is not going to be there. Everybody wants to gripe about, they signed Zach Bailey to a practice team. Man, at the end of the day, these guys are not going to be here, bro. They are literally trying to figure out which one of these rookie quarterbacks is potentially going to be in a position for them to build around. And if they don't feel that way, I think they're both gone. And they will redraft another quarterback. But I also don't feel like they have the right quarterback with the right system for these young quarterbacks, because historically, Cleveland Browns don't do good at drafting or developing quarterbacks, and we don't do a good job at drafting and developing wide receivers. So that's 2 problems I feel like the head coach is not suited for, because he's not that type of guy. You know what I mean? If he was an offensive, wide receiver guy, I would be like, okay, cool. Going forward, our quarterbacks are going to be set up for success because he's going to put the right people around them to make that possible. But I don't think Stefanski is that guy, bro, to see that. I don't think.
I don't feel like it either.
I don't feel
like it either. But
I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like Stefanski been playing Ivy League ball for the last couple of weeks. Let's be honest. And then he hasn't been creative with his offense or whatever, to where, like I said, Krishan can do screens, and then the offensive line don't just have to sit there and pass all the fucking time. And then I feel like even if Isaiah Bond is who he is, he could run screens too. He could run screens, but we not building that for our receivers to do or whatever. But if it's anybody that can run screens, as far as passing, and give you some yak, it's Isaiah Bond, and maybe even Judy or whatever. But we haven't explored that because of how pedestrian our offense has been.
Here's some food for thought, though. It could be like it was last year, Stefanski versus the front office, and I was like, okay, touche, I got you. That proverbial war in Berea that we haven't had is slowly brewing, and it's gonna come to a head, and it's showing on the field.